Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. It feels so good and bright out here. Just good afternoon. It doesn't feel like the afternoon is gonna end anytime soon. So, hi, hi, hi. Hola, hola, hola. Um, I just had a, I just had a, I just had a moment. Had something to, just kind of just to share and just to put up my feelings a little bit. Because I was speaking recently with a good friend of mine, and man, I just opened up in a way I wasn't ready to open up. Like, when you start talking about something and something just kind of feels so good, it feels so natural, it feels so just original, it feels so organic, and just like some of the things that I share. I just share them, and somebody finds it useful and good and whatever. Just it's so good. I just want to say good afternoon again. I know I put my videos sometimes, and I'm gonna like halfway apologize. I sometimes get on my life modes and I just put some videos, and then sometimes I just don't do anything for a while, and that's how I feel. Hey, but this is a free, it's another mode of communication. Um, Earlier, as I was saying earlier, I was speaking with a friend of mine earlier today, and why my heart is just chose to open up about the topic of fear. Because during the conversation, during the things that were happening, and the topics that were being discussed, there was something about fear that came up where I just felt so quick and so fast to correct the understanding and the meaning of what was presented to me as what fear was, right? So this individual chose to mention fear in a way that not only provided fright, like, can scare somebody. I get it. And, but, and fear bringing something negative, right? And that's what I stopped. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Fear being negative. Like, I get it. But it is all on what you see about fear that it reaches a level of more negativity to less negativity. So I'll share that, right? So I had my friend look up, like, go on your phone, on your computer, your tablet, whatever, and look for different definitions of fear. Like, fear has different definitions, different meanings, different purpose, but they have a few things in common, right? So the few things in common they have are warning. It's a warning about something, like, hey, watch out. You better watch out. Fear comes with the fact of the unknown. So you don't know much about what's happening. There's a danger. There's a danger behind whatever that fear is and where it comes from. And the possibility of hurt and pain. So there are a few common denominators behind not only fear, but what it comes with. Because not only fear, it's unknown, right? So when you have fear and you have the unknown, that means that at some point, you're not sure of everything. Fear, you don't fear what you know about. Because if you know something, that means that you're completely scared, or for a fact that you're going to take that over and overpower and overcome the challenges. But when you have fear, you don't know. And because you don't know, you don't even know if it's going to be good for you or bad for you. You just have fear of the unknown, right? So when you don't know, when you have fear, we automatically and very frequently choose to bring fear and put fear into translation of something negative. And a lot of the times, there's a negative outcome because we are focused so mentally into how we're going to see the outcome of this fear that we have, that we sometimes choose in a way that has a negative result. I'll give you an example. Okay. If I am working at a store, and you're working at a store for like 2 years, and there are 3 positions open to become an assistant manager or an manager, but you're working as a customer service representative or whatever you do, there's a fear that you may not get the job. But there's a possibility that you get it. So you have fear of the negative outcome, but the possibility of you getting it doesn't it sound positive? Possibility sounds positive, where fear sounds like failure, like it's a negative outcome. But you don't know the outcome of anything. All you have is fear because you don't know what's going to happen. So then with my friend earlier today, then I proposed, I showed these scenarios, okay? So I use the scenarios just to kind of give an idea, okay? Nothing specific about if it's, for someone that's going to be scared. But let's say a young lady is, leaving work, right? She works at a grocery store. They're open 24/7, but her shift, ends at 12 o'clock at midnight. And then she's now leaving work. And now she's walking down the street of, some street that is a very populated area. And there's like a lot of clubs and stuff. People are drinking and stuff like that, right? So it's 1 a.m. She's a very attractive young lady, okay? She's by herself. There's a bunch of guys all around, right? So the first scenario is, she's walking by herself at 1:30, and she's walking by herself trying to get, get to the bus or go get to the parking lot where her car is parked at. She's walking by herself. There's nobody around. Do you think that will bring that lady fear? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Keeps walking. Now, all of a sudden, there's 4 guys that are walking in the opposite. So she's walking this way. There are 4 guys walking in the opposite direction, this way, on the other side of the street, across the street. So this sidewalk, she's walking this way. The other guys are walking in the opposite way. Now it's 1:30, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Would that bring her fear? Maybe, maybe not, right? I'm going to say maybe not, because that may be something that for you to think about if you're going to choose to watch this or not, or pay attention. Okay, so now place the same 4 guys, like grab the 4 guys, bring them over, and now have them walking towards her and same direction as if they're going to encounter each other at some point at the same sidewalk. Would that bring her fear? A woman, a young lady by herself, late at night, would that bring her fear? 4 guys. Would that bring her fear? Possibly, right? Okay. Now, take the 4 guys out, and then she makes a right turn into like a street kind of alleyway, hallway, where it has a dead end. She was trying to, she got lost. She got to a dead end. Now, will she have fear when she gets to the end and there's nothing there and she has to turn around? Will she have fear if at the end where she got there were a bunch of guys that were hanging out there and she's by herself, an attractive young lady with some guys sitting out there? Now, how about if there were no guys there, and then, she turns around. When she turns around, the same 4 guys that she saw down the street, now they're kind of coming towards her and walking in her direction as she's trying to leave the place, right? Or leave the alleyway. So there are many ways that fear comes at you. There are many ways and different levels that fear comes, that is presented to you for you to react, right? The thing is, like an animal, what outcome do you think is going to come out of you cornering an animal that all the animal wants to do is survive? All the animal wants to do is just be left alone. The animal probably is either trying to get some food or trying to get some scraps, whatever it is. But you choose to sit there and corner this animal. It's fight or flight. And I'm telling you, an animal you corner down somewhere is going to give you the business. The animal's going to risk his or her life to make sure that his or her life are defended to a point that I'm going to come out on top, or we're going to get on it. We're going to get this done. So we as humans, we sometimes look at these moments of fear and we kind of a lot of times go into this negative alleyway, and then we stay there and think that the outcome is going to be negative, and we sometimes don't push forward. and then the outcome is negative, and then we feel like, see, that's right. The fear of me failing was right. The fear of failure. How do you fear failure when you don't even fear the success? But the reason why you fear is because you already don't have the confidence and the trust that you're going to succeed. So you're going to go ahead and fail without succeeding. So the motivation and devotion that you would put in to what you're trying to accomplish is not even all there, because you think you're going to fail. And that's fear. But that fear is what you don't put into all, like you don't put all your energy into that feeling of fear to have a positive outcome. What I mean is that if at some point you have a level of fear, when you have a level of fear that you feel trapped, that you feel you can't overcome it, that you feel that you're going to fail, that moment of survival, when survival mode kicks in, you never know how you sometimes you have been in things in your life, situations that you today, I know that you can, if we're talking and I'm talking right now, and you can find a mirror and look at yourself and say, Dan Nancy, or Dan Julian, or Dan Blanca, or Dan Cien, that day that this happened, there was no way that I could have gotten out of that if I wouldn't have done this. But why did that happen? Why did you come out of that succeeding or on top of the situation when you thought you were going to fail? Because that moment of survival, that moment of, yo, either this is going to happen or this is going to happen. Like there's no option. I'm going to make this happen. That moment when that happened, there was extra energy, an extra boost of batteries that you never knew you had extra batteries somewhere in your legs, in your arms, in your back, in your brain, in your heart, in your soul. You never knew you had that until you had to use it. You never knew you had it. But man, did you surprise yourself? Did you surprise yourself when you sat there and you just knocked down walls and tore down trees and knocked down people, broke down obstacles, overcame things that you never thought you could, because you sat there and said, am I going to survive this or what? Am I going to get this done or what? And that is fear. So the reason why I wanted to kind of just point out the aspect of fear is because we all feel fear. We all have fear. It's natural. Whatever. Anybody tell you they're like, yo, I feel nothing. I ain't scared of nothing. You know what I mean? Yo, boom, boom. I ain't scared of. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tell you this. I fear God. Because that father, that dude is powerful. I mean, that's what I believe. You don't have to agree. And it's okay. I fear God. Because I have gotten lessons in my life that without his lessons, I would not be where I am. So the fear that have been instilled in me has been a fear to show me that, hey, there are some lessons that are going to kick your butt, but there's a good conclusion. There's a good result. Not only the lesson will help you succeed, but they will help you grow. And then you possibly will learn it enough that you can pass it on to somebody else so that individual doesn't go through the same thing that you went through. It's like being a parent. Why are we patient with our kids? It's because we know that they're going to make some dumb mistakes anyway. We want it to be as straight and narrow as we want, but we know that when we were kids, we kind of did the same thing because we still have that space. We still have that knowledge and learning space, that learning moment that we can't pass over. So right now, when I mention to you and I speak to you about fear, is I'm a big dude. I might inflict fear just when I walk. Does this give you fear? Is this fearful to you? Is this too strong for you? Now, there's a difference. I have passed a lot of fear in my life where I have learned many lessons. And then I've taken from that and I've applied that. I'm still working. Leo is under construction. I have a lot of work to do. But I am happy with what I have accomplished because the fear that I have felt before have moved me, have moved me from place to place to place so I can just get better. But the lessons don't end. The lessons are not going to stop, but they're not going to stop all because we all crazy humans, man. We all crazy human beings that we sit there and we choose go on our free will to do whatever we want. We start to do like they say, oh, do now, or what is it? You ask for forgiveness later or whatever. Ask permission now or forget, whatever it is. Yeah, okay. Somebody's taking notes, like, okay, oh, that was dumb. All right, hold on, wait. Oh, no me interrumpa, porque that was dumb too. Whoa, that was stupid. I need somebody give me another note, another notepad, because, like, there's way more dumb things over here that you're still doing. Muchachito, cuidado. Pero sigue, woo, keep doing dumb stuff, because I'm writing them down for you. Oh, mira, se me acabó la página. I have no more paper. I need a flash drive for the dumb stuff you're doing. Just saying. So what's the thing about fear, right? So the whole big, it's a very simple thing. It's simple, but it's not easy if we don't take the time to understand it, okay? So the whole thing about fear is that because you don't know it, because it scares us, and because it's a frightening thing, and because it might bring danger, does not mean that it's bad. It's just the fact that because you don't know it and it scares you and it might bring danger, it's because when you say might, it's because there's a possibility that it might be good, right? So that means that if there's a fear of what you don't know, the outcome can be positive or negative. So don't take the fear you feel. Don't take the fear you feel and fail. Figure it out. Espérate. Don't take the fear you feel and fail. Just figure it out. Yo, I like it. Wait. I'm gonna have to go back to. I'm gonna have to save this. I can't write it down. I don't have a pen over here. But I'm gonna forget. I'm getting old. Don't take the fear that you feel and fail. Just figure it out. So that's because we rush so much into what we are going through and that we have and we feel that we just go through so fast and we don't stop to think and process what we have going on and going through to then be able to see if we can make the best decision possible. So the same scenario I presented, that young girl that's walking down the street that goes into the alleyway that is faced with 4 guys that are walking in front of her. She might come out alive and she might come unhurt from that because there was strength, there was energy, there was power, there was belief in her heart, within her soul, that she felt that she was going to come out a winner, that she was going to come out unharmed from that, no matter how many guys there were going to be there. You know what's crazy? This whole time I keep talking about the young lady. And it doesn't matter. There were 5 guys. There could have been 4, 5, 7 guys. Did I ever say that they attacked her? I never mentioned that she was attacked, that they were violent with her, that they were chasing her, being disrespectful. I never said. I just only presented the possibility of fear. Because there were elements that presented themselves as fear. I never said they touched her. I never said they threw anything at her. I just said there were guys that were walking in her direction. I said there were guys that when she was walking into an alleyway that had a dead end, when she turned around, there were 4 guys walking in the same direction towards the dead end alleyway, that she was at the dead end. I never said that she was being attacked, but I presented it that way because that can make you feel like fright is there. Like fear is there. But nothing happened. So we're so used to fear and placing it into a negative thing that sometimes fear makes us, ooh, sorry, buddy. Fear puts you in a place that you become bigger. You grow so much stronger, or you do the opposite. And you get very little. And you give in to the possibility of failure. Isn't that crazy? You play the lotto, but you know what? I'll tell you this. Ooh, I just got a good one. I got it. Oh, espérate. Okay. I got a good one. You feel less fear to play the lotto knowing your chances may be low when you play $1. But you will be more fearful if you play $2,000 because you think that you're going to lose that money, but are you going to lose it? Ooh, I like that one. You fear more loss when you invested less compared to you fearing. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm gonna do it again. You fear less because you invested less. You fear more because you invested more, but you're only basing your fear based on probabilities and percentages. You don't really know if you're going to win your money back or you're going to lose your money. I think it's very similar. I think I like that. You don't know the outcome of the situation, but you're going to go ahead and just fear things to a point that you think that you're going to fail. You don't know the outcome of it. I think I like that one. Fear. Yo. Teresa mentioned about faith. And don't get me started about faith, but since you want to bring up faith, faith to me is important. And faith is important to all of us, right? Because right now, I am talking to you from my phone on live, right? Or this Facebook live thing. I don't have any wires connected to the back of the house anywhere that gives me the internet, right? But then somehow I have internet connection that I can be online and anybody can watch me. So the question is there internet connection? Is there really internet connection? Like, where is it? They say seeing is believing, right? They're seeing tactile facts is believing, but if you can't, I can't see the internet. I pay the bill. Where's the internet at? Can you see that? Can you see like the Matrix movie, the 01 coming down? You can't. You just have faith. And Teresa, you messed up. I was about to hang up. I was about to be done. You have faith that the internet is working until you see that the connection is not working. And whenever you try to connect and click on something, it doesn't work. That's what faith is about. Faith is believing that the outcome of something is going to be that regardless of what anybody tells you or no matter how anybody presents it to you to be otherwise of what you believe. Yo, how did I say that? Let me say it again because I think I liked it. Faith is believing the outcome of something that you believe is going to be regardless of what somebody tells you and what somebody presents to you. So if you're saying that the sky is going to be blue tomorrow and no one can tell you anything different, but it's going to be blue. Somebody tells you it's going to be green, or about it, it's going to be blue. It's going to be yellow. Yo, go ahead with that, bro. It's going to be blue. Yo, it's going to be orange with little white dots on it. Yo, don't worry about it. It's going to be blue. Blue, 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 blue. Now, man, it's going to be white. And they have little sprinkles on like a little ice cream with like the little ice cream truck from Mr. Stofty from New York City. It's going to be blue, blue, blue. Ooh, blues, clues, blues, clues. It's going to be blue. Because no one can tell you different. That's faith. That's a strong belief about something. If your faith takes you somewhere, that's what it's all about. And that's it. So the fact of having faith or not having faith is about you. If you have faith in something, you turn around also have lack of faith in anything. So if you have faith in a moment that you have fear in, that you will have a good outcome, that fear will push you through the challenges of that fear that you have. If you feel fear, if you have a fear about something, but you're confident and you're strong and you have faith that the outcome will be a good outcome, and that challenging moment, that means that that fear is a good fear, because it made you aware, it put you on a warning, it prepared you, it turned your volume up, it put you way higher than you were ready before to go ahead and just fight that over and just pop and just knock him out real good, because they weren't even ready. Why? Because you were prepared. You don't walk into it scared because you think it's gonna fail. You walk into like, yo, give me my stuff, it's already done. Like, no, where do you start? It doesn't matter, man. It's already done. Because in my heart, in my chest, in my soul, in my life, it's done. So those things that you fear, that I fear, because I have fears, we all have fears. Those things that we fear, let's take some time to really look back and see what that fear really is about. What the origin is. Hey, birdie. See, I don't feel the birdies because they come and see me every morning. So anyway, that fear that you have, that fear that you feel, remember, that fear that you feel of failure, stop and just figure it out. That feeling of fear, which might equal failure, just stop and just figure it out. Because the outcome would be a winning situation. Fear is regular. Fear is going to happen. And it's okay. It's fine. It's going to happen. But fear is because you don't know the outcome of it. If you go into one of those, scary houses during Halloween or whatever, if you knew what kind of monster was going around the corner, are you going to be scared? You're going to be like, you're going to do this. Let me see the camera. You're going to do this. You're going to be like, got you. You can't scare me. Instead of being like this, of doing like, y te asusta, and you get scared. It's a big difference. If you know the outcome, you're not fear, you're educated. You have information. When you don't have information, it's unknown. When it's unknown, you don't know the outcome, which means you have fear of what? You have fear of failure or success. So the thing is that we on this earth, in this world, Jesus, help me, help us. We are so negative. We're so pessimistic that you just may want to smack everybody in the back of the head. You're like, hey, think positive, think positive, be optimistic. Like, get some cold, like a big old cup of cold water. What? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué fue? What happened? What? Think positive. Yo, snap out of the negativity, man. Snap out of it. And now, snapping is not easy. You have to sometimes you gotta go through some really rough things to be able to look at things in a positive way. I get it. I've been there. I'm not speaking to you like I'm Googling everything I'm talking about. I'm talking about from life experiences. I've been through a lot of stuff, which some of you have made too, through worse things or even less worse things. But you know what the end of the day is? That because we're human, we are to experience things. Our memories and our history is what we put in our duffel bag. We walk with it. And whenever we remember what something happened in the past, we hold on. Wait, is this going to happen again? Wait, before it happens, hold on. Let me reach back over here and hit this out. Cause let me see. Last time this happened to me, I did this. All right, okay, last time I did that, and that was dumb, Leo. All right, so let me do it differently this time. Because I'm telling you, man, if we keep repeating this stuff, fear is gonna keep winning in a negative way in your life every day, man. Every day. And I'm not speaking to you like I know a whole lot. I'm just speaking. I'm a very transparent dude. I wasn't like that before. I have a path. I have a journey that I'm walking through my life to change my life. And those changes come acceptance, responsibility, accountability, learning what life is about, and also just kind of taking the things that are important and instead of like wanting, when you go to the store and you get these juices that have the concentrate and everything else, and you're like, add 3 cups of water and then you have the regular juice. No, you just want to keep my concentrated juice, because that's probably all I need. I don't need to water it down. I don't need more. I don't need more of less of what I have. Like, I'm cool. If I have five friends that are really good friends, I'm cool with 5. I don't need 15 so I can feel better. For what? That's what's happening right now when we have this virus thing going on. You realize that some people keep dropping off because they have to focus on their own lives. And then you really look around you and you really see who really matters and who you should be giving your time to, which specifically has got to be yourself. Man, right now you have so much time to look at a mirror and really look at you like, damn, bro, I never noticed that my eyebrow was different than the other. I never noticed that my nose was this big. I've known that my nose is this big, but I can breathe better than most because, I have a big nose. So sometimes I have a limitation of how much I can breathe because I take the oxygen for like 2 or 3 people. I breathe extra for other people, but that's a different conversation. Anyway, that's that. But I'm gonna share something, right? So, about what I mentioned about faith, right? Just like the whole big deal about faith. She said I got a big nose too. That's why you and I can't be like in the same place. Like whenever we're doing dancing, you got to dance in one corner of the dance floor, and I got to dance over here then, because we be breathing all hard, dancing all fast, and I'm telling you. So I mentioned to you about faith, right? So faith is like that thing that you're convicted that that's what the outcome things are, right? That means that if you know that, like I said, the sky is blue, is gonna stay blue no matter how blue it is. That means that, straight up, how blue the sky is, no one can tell you different. But it's about trust, right? Faith is trust. To trust something is going to happen. So check this out. So then I went into my handy dandy Bible, right? So I went into Psalms. Let me see. It started moving on me. Hold on, give me a second. Wait. 6. Yeah. Psalm 3 from 1 through 8. All right, so I'm gonna read this for you just to kind of make sense of this. And I'm not trying to get super religious. I haven't really done all that. I wasn't gonna do that. I mean, this is a choice that I make. But I'm gonna refer to you because what I'm referring to or what I'm saying, I'm not Googling. I'm speaking from my experience and what I've been through, and also from what I read here. Okay, so it's Psalm 3 from 1 through 8, and it says, "O Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? How many are saying of me," like they're talking about him, saying, "God will not deliver him." Like God is not going to look out for him. It says, "But you are shielded around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear the tens of thousands drawn against me on every side. Arise, O Lord, deliver me. Oh my God, strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessings be on your people." So let me tell you what's happened, right? Let me tell you what's crazy, right? And again, I this is my thing. I get into my stuff, my Bible, my reading. This is part of my growth, right? But I like to relate things that are not this only. It's just life, but this is life. So, yeah. It says here, so this is, remember when I said about fright and fear, right? So right there it says, "Oh Lord, how many are my foes?" Meaning, how many of them do I trust? How many of them are my friends? I just talked about that, right? How many rise up against me? But there's an exclamation point right there. Meaning, oh my God, there's so many against me. So he first didn't know how many were his friends that he could trust. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, wait a minute. Wow, there's so many against me. And it says, they even told him, like, listen, God will not deliver you. Like, God ain't got your back. God ain't got you. I don't know who you think you're talking to. God ain't got nothing on you. He ain't going to look out for you. He's not. But then he says, but you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory and lift up my head, right? So think about a shield, right? Right? All around here, boom. You're surrounded, so you're protected. So after the fact that you get protected, he himself believes this. He says not only he's going to lift his head up, because when you lift your head up to something, there's so much surrender that goes with lifting your head up to something. When you look up to something and you trust in something. So check this out. After that, he says, to the Lord I cry aloud. You know what so that just kind of gets to a point of realizing that I'm not keeping things to myself. I am speaking directly with God. Right? I mean, he trusts Lord. He trusts the God. He trusts the Lord. So he decided to go ahead and just say, hey, God, there's so many people that are against me. I don't even know who to trust. I trust you to shield me and protect me. So then from there, I don't know if you heard, in that moment, he spoke about like fright. He's frightened. He's scared. He's speaking about faith, all right? But what he is asking God to protect him from. And then, you know what he did? Look, I'm going to sit. I don't know if you probably can't see it. It's too small. After he said that he cried out loud to the Lord, he went to sleep. He said, on verse 5, it says, I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. So what that really means is that, he said, I don't trust that many people. I don't even know who to trust. There's so many that are not my friends. But they even telling me that God does not have my back. And then all of a sudden, all I did was cry out to God, listen, protect me, shield me, take care of this. And then he went to sleep. He's like, me. You know why? Because he let God fight his battles. He told God, he's like, listen, I can do maybe 20 push-ups, but you created the push-ups. So you got this way more than I do. I'm out. I'm going to sleep. I got to get my beauty rest. You know what I mean? I got to get my pretty on. He wakes up in the morning and he says, I'll wake again in the morning. I'm going to wake up in the morning. Why? Because God protects me, because God sustains me. He says, I will not fear the tens of, that's a lot of people, by the way. I don't know if you know how to add. I mean, I wasn't hooked on phonics. So it says, I will not fear the tens of thousands drawn up against me on every side. Okay. That's one side. That's everything around. So tens of thousands. Imagínate eso. Imagine that. Tens of thousands around you. But he said, nah, man, God got my back, and he got me. He says, and then he tells, hey, God, like, wake up, arise, O Lord, deliver me. And he's even telling him, like, you know what, God, I'll tell you this. How about you get him like the 1-2 piece, the 3-4, with a soda with the fries on the side. He said, hey, get him, knock him on their jaw, break their teeth. So I bring all that to share that with you because from a biblical standpoint, fear exists. We all have fear. You know what's crazy? Jesus had the fear of knowing that people were going against him, knowing that they did not know what they were doing when they were throwing stones and everything, when he was sacrificing himself for the same people that were throwing stones at him. But the fear wasn't because he was scared. The fear is like, man, they don't understand. You're like, oh my God, if they would just pay attention, if they would just really believe me, they just kind of get my back. If they really got the memo, man, we'll be in a whole different place. But, we are humans, and some of us gonna be dumb. So it is what it is. Hopefully we learn from those lessons. So anyway, I hope I don't know how long I've been on this thing, but my plan was not to be here all this long, but sometimes I get on that Uber and I say, take me to the corner, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I get more points the farther I go, and I just kept going. So I just want to say thank you for the time that you took just to listen to me run my mouth. I see some comments which are really awesome things that are really just all according to the topic that I'm referring to, that about fear and trusting and everything else. Let me see, the philosophy. Sam Medina says, philosophy has always been to learn from my errors and my mistakes, so that you can minimize his own mistakes on things in the future, and that's the thing. It's our girl Lauren Hill. She said, consequences, no coincidence, right? There's no straight up. There's no, if there's a reason why something happened, there's no. Man, I don't want to keep talking no more, because if I keep talking, I'm gonna be here and I won't even eat any dinner. She said, like straight up, if I slap you in the back of the head instead of coincidence, no, you're gonna get head back. You're gonna get slapped right back. Or don't slap me back of the head, or don't pinch me, or don't trip me, or don't take my last chicken piece. Because it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight. So, ¿qué lo tuyo? No te ponga así, no es así. So why is it that we fear? Because it's natural. It's okay to fear, okay? So let's keep fearing. Nothing wrong with fear. You know what's better than fear? No. I don't know. There's a lot of good things. Okay. You know what's really good to do with fear? Acknowledge it. Accept it. Make your fear your actual armor. And I'm going to tell you how, okay? You can make your fear armor by yo, what up, Chris? Yeah, I don't know, but I've been losing some weight. I don't know. It don't make any sense. I'm supposed to be gaining weight like people are saying that they are. I don't know. Use fear as your armor. And what I mean by using fear as your armor is that when you choose to accept that things that make you who you are, you don't have to pretend for anybody else. If you lack something, and lacking that brings you fear, then accept that you lack it, that you don't have that anymore, or you don't have that much of it. And what you can do when you realize that you're lacking that you're missing so much of that, try to find ways to improve that thing, right, that you're missing, and turn it into your focus of what you need to obtain in your life more, of what you need to, what you need to improve in your life more. And then that fear, instead of feeling that you're going to have a challenge throughout your day and every week and every month because you lack it, because you don't have it, use that fear to fuel your success at overcoming whatever that fear was. If it's English, right? If you have an issue with, speaking English because, and I'm bringing this up because I was just talking to this friend of mine about last week, and we had a deep conversation about, individuals that speak English or not, and they've been in the country for a long time or not, or whatever. It's like, listen, there are things that you can devote your time to, that you can improve or not. It's totally up to you. Everything is optional. You can choose whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, if you don't have more in your duffel bag of success, it's not up to anybody else but you. So if you don't have any more up there, that's on you. You have circumstances that make things, there are moments and things that make things difficult, yes, but they're not impossible. Things are not impossible. Or if anything, find a different way to get it done, man. But use your fear to fuel you, okay? Use the fear to, it's okay to be scared. Imagine this, and this is not really a great topic, but I'm not going to touch on it too much because this is a very sensitive topic. Oh man, I'm going to try to, sensitive topic. Let me see. Now understand why there is the word fear and fearless. Grass. Yes. So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna talk about a really big deal about fear. That is a really big topic right now about how challenging these times are. Think about someone or an animal, and this is kind of like I'm gonna share it because we all being affected in different ways, and this is one way that we all affected. But imagine that you have an animal cornered, and that animal has nothing to fight for. Imagine you cornering someone and someone being challenged, and that person has no desire to even fight back. That's amazing. That's troubling. And I would challenge any of you that if at some point you find someone and you hear someone that doesn't have the fight of fear in their hearts or in their circumstances and their challenges, can you please reach out to them and find out why they don't have that fire? Because that's a big deal. Don't forget to reach out to your friends, or don't forget to reach out to your family. Don't forget to take some time and spend time alone with yourself. But that's a really big deal. You need to. It's important to go ahead and reach out to individuals that, when there's fear, they don't feel that they have a fighting chance to overcome that fear. That means that they've given up. And man, that's a tragic state to be. So if any of you have that strength and that love for somebody else, go ahead and reach out to somebody and really give them the love and attention. But really mean it. Like, don't just do this. Hold on, wait. Okay, I don't want to trip. Don't do this. Hey, how you doing? Okay. Hey, how you doing? Come on. Did I just ask you how you're doing, but I kept going? I'm sorry, that's dumb. If you get offended, it's not for you. Whatever, I don't care. But how you gonna ask somebody how you doing and just keep on going? You just ask somebody a question, and then I want you to get upset that nobody answered the question because as you kept walking. Yo, stop. Hey, hey, how are you, man? How you doing? How's your day, man? How you doing? You good? You good? Yeah? Are you sure? Is everything good? I mean, I know I could see it in your face, man. I mean, and it's okay. It's okay if you want to talk, man. It's all right. I'll just listen. I just want to listen. I just want to give you ears to listen. It's okay. Let's talk. Let's make it happen. Let's see what's up. What's going on? And some people just want to say, they want to express themselves, man. Because sometimes people feel that, oh, you ready? People fear that they're going to be taken as they're very weak they're going to be taken as being weak because they're talking about their problems, and they have tears in their eyes, and they seem frustrated, and they seem so troubled, and they can't move forward, and they're so angry and so mad. When in reality, sometimes they just want somebody to listen to them and hear them up. So, and on this note, I will end the conversation, or I wish I had a conversation. Probably maybe if I do this more often, if I have a chance, I'll just talk to somebody and just see what somebody feels and stuff like that. Just kind of just see what the mentality is instead of typing it. Hearing someone speak is so much more natural to me. Just feels so much better for me. So, try to share that about fear, because fear is important. I love fear. Fear. There's a show, Fear Factor. It's a fun show, but I love fear. Fear is fantastic. Fear keeps me. This F letters. Fear keeps me. Fear keeps me focused. Fear keeps me focused. When I'm dancing, I might have the fear to mess up a move when I'm dancing with someone. When I turn and is my hand gonna be here? Bop, and bring her here. So I need to stay focused so that the fear of failure does not overpower the fear of success. Damn, I like that. Okay, sorry, I got excited. Okay. Anyway, see, I had to end it with a good, funny kind of me note. Yes. So anyway, conclusion, summary: fear is okay. Take your time. Do not rush the part of. It says that means you're courageous. You fight through whether you mess up or not. I agree because, Aaron, why not? Why not? We all have options. We all have the choices to battle right through it or sink with it. Battle through it or sink. I don't know how to sink. I mean, I know that I know the possibility of sinking exists. I have sunk in some things in life in the past. Nothing new. We all have. Now, when you get to finally swim up, are you going to learn how to swim so the next time you get in the water, you're going to survive? You might get to a point of like swimming so good, you might save other people from drowning. Did I just say that? Okay, let me do it again. Hold on. See, I'm getting old. I forget stuff real fast. So, you either fight or you sink. I've sunk before. So if you sunk and you're able to come up, are you going to go ahead and focus on improving your swimming skills so that the next time you go back in the water or you're thrown in the water, you're able to survive and not drown? But how about you're able to learn how to swim and get so much better at the skill of swimming and the ability to swim, not only you survive every time, but you help and teach somebody else how to swim so they don't drown themselves. I think I like that one. All right, it's been great. It's been an awesome, like I said earlier, like I started, it's just such a beautiful day. I was going to say good evening. Look at the birdies. Birdies! Yo, I love them birdies. See, they're all my cousins. Todos son primo mío. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. The topic was fear. And just take your time and really identify the kind of fear it is and where you're trying to go, and just don't go into the negative all the way, straight to it. Sometimes the fear can turn into a positive outcome and just kind of just succeed and just have success at whatever you. So think that everything that you're going to do is positive until you have no choice, until you have used up all of your possibilities and you used all your resources. So you have a great day. Be happy. Be awesome. Con cariño, with love, siempre. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to me. At some point, I might go ahead and maybe like bring somebody over and stuff on the call. Like we can just, if somebody wants to, let's just like talk about stuff. And, and like actually just like, have the verbal thing. And like, I love talking and seeing people. And definitely now when we have this virus thing. So have a great day. Have a great evening. I hope you made some good dinner or you're eating something good. I hope you even have food to eat, because things are challenging for everybody right now. So love for you and God bless you. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Ciao. Peace.